In this video, I am going to teach you about Excel basics. If you haven't watched my previous video on how to open online version of Excel, you can refer to the description of this video. I will put the description link in that section. Let's begin with Excel file name. So once you have created Excel file, you can write your file name here. Let's say Excel basics. Alright, so the first thing we need to understand about Excel is columns and rows. So columns refers to this section such as A, B, C, D. All the vertical columns can be referred as columns of Excel, whereas rows means the horizontal section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the rows. So once you have identified rows and columns, you need to understand about cell or cell address. If you click at this section, the address of this cell is called as A1. You can also refer this section to identify the address of this cell. So how do we know the exact address of this cell? Let's say I clicked on this cell, so refer to this column. The column is E, and refer to the row 5. So the address of this cell is E5. Now if I select the range of the cell like this is going to be called as cell range. So from A1 here, A1 to E14. So the range of this cell is A1 to E14. You can also refer the address of the cell from here. Now let's begin with some real examples. I am going to put some column name, student name, column pairs, age, then address, then roll number, and then contact number, also gender. So now let's fill up the values for each columns. The first student name, let's say Jack Harry Yosley Mary Aziala, and then Harry Potter A, Mac U Ray. The age 20, 21, 18, 22. Address, let's say it's New York City, it's Boston, and then Texas, New York Village. Serial number 9, 10, 34, 11. Contact number 0, 8, 2, 3, 4. gender, male, female, male, male. So these are columns, and then these are rows. Now if you look at the values of this column, you will be able to see all the values, but on row number 5, C5, you are not able to see the whole text. So in this case, you can use wrap text functionality. So how am I going to do it? Let's see. I'm going to select column C, or in fact let me select all the columns. So A, and then hold shift key, then select all the columns, and you will see text wrapping option on the toolbar. Click on that and click on wrap. So now this has extended the height of the rows, and you are now able to see full values. So wrap function is a kind of function where you can uh, use in large number of values in Excel. Similarly, now let's try to beautify these values. I select these values from A to F column. So to this, click on A and then select all values. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create it as a table. So you will see borders option in toolbar. Click on that. Now I'm going to select all borders. So this has created a table. Now let's try to highlight the column names. Select column names and then from the toolbar click on fill color. Now you can select the color options. Let's say light corner flower, blue one. Alright, now let's try to arrange the alignment of values of each column. So if I select all the columns and then click on horizontal align and click on center, this is going to put all the values in the center. You can also choose left, right, center. You can do this at individual columns as well, like this, like, and then this here. Now let's try to extend the width of the column. So hover on columns, you will see the arrow buttons that is facing east and west direction. Click there and then pull the column. So the width of the column A and C has extended, but B and D has remained same. But if you want to extend the columns width equally, you can select A, click on shift and then click on F. This is going to select all the columns. Now hover on columns, now extend it. So this will extend all the width equally. Similarly, if you want to increase the height of the column, click on row number 1, click on shift, and then click on last column, and then hover to the rows. Now pull it. Okay, so if you are working as a student or in college, you can have your data in Excel sheet and use these functionalities to enter the data. Also, you can use these functionalities to beautify the data in the Excel.